Here's the latest on the SB-220 from new in a box build. As you can see, aftermarket front black panel. It's nice to actually have meters that are nice and shiny and perfect. Everything's perfect. Quite a few modifications on this guy. Well, the most glaring and obvious, of course, is a big Peter Dahl plate transformer and a Peter Dahl filament transformer. That's just, it didn't need a Peter Dahl filament transformer. That was just my OCD. I wanted them to match. And of course, this is one of the Harbach styles. It's not the actual Harbach board. It's made by this one, Electronic Specialties, because I was able to get just the board because I populate it with my own equalization resistors and capacitors. Let me see if I have an extra cap laying around that I've used. I do. Looks like so. These are the capacitors I used in here. These are Chemet 550 volt, 470 microfarad caps. So they're all tucked in here like that. They fit just fine. And actually, it's nice that the diameter is correct. So the plastic compression plates clamp down nicely on everything. So when you tighten down this housing, this aluminum shield, it tightens down nicely on everything. The reason I wanted those higher voltage and larger capacitors is because this transformer will give a little bit higher voltage, even though it's rated at the same voltage. It will produce a little high voltage, stiffer power supply. This is good for 1.3 amps continuous, where the factory plate transformer is only good for 700 mils. It sounds like a lot of current, but it's a voltage doubler, so you have to take that into account, that it will draw twice the amount of current than it normally would because of the voltage doubler circuit. So moving on, you see my solution for wiring of the meters, LED lights in the meters. My input tuning circuit down there. See if we can focus. There we go. Those are the input tuning has been, I've rewound the coils and used different values for input and output capacitance to increase the Q. Haven't been able to sweep it yet, but hopefully the VSWR comes out nicely. A little bit of a loop here so we can pull the front panel aside, set it aside. Other interesting things. Found a guy who had a 3D model for a fan shroud. I like the idea of a fan shroud. This motor is a replacement blower motor. This is a dedicated 240 volt motor, and it does blow more. So I'm going to put a thermostatic switch and a voltage drop resistor on the bottom side, and it's going to measure the temperature of the aluminum right about in here. So blow hot air or air blow across the tubes, heat this area up, and when it gets warm, bypass the switch and go into high fan mode. I might even put a voltage drop resistor in there for when it's not in high fan, because it does make quite a bit more noise than stock. I did a comparison between the stock fan and this fan, and it does make more noise. So you can see you got the tank circuit all done. I think I added a small, that's an aluminum nut in there. I added a small spacer so the tank coil comes out nice and square. That's the 10-15 meter tank coil. Got rid of the old original doorknobs, used the HEC, High Energy Corporation caps. And You see how the wiring is all done. Try to do it very nice and neat everywhere. Let's see, let's do a close-up down here. What can we see? Found a brass nut for the tune cap spade lug that connects the tank circuit to the output down there. And let's flip it over. Let's take a look at the other side, how it's been going. I'll be right back. All right, here's the bottom side. First, we'll start in the back. You can see the fan. These are 12 amp circuit breakers. So power comes in, 12 amp circuit breakers. Focus. Power will come out into the step start board, this side, through the resistors until it energizes and powers this RC network, and then energizes the relays and bypasses the voltage drop resistors. Power then comes over this power switch. Power switch will then feed both my filament transformer down here and the plate transformer windings for high and low voltage to select which taps on the primary get energized, then set your secondary voltage. This is from the filament transformer bias with bias supply, about 90 volts AC. The two brown wires here, I try to keep all the original colors per the Heathkit manual. Two brown wires come out to the 5 volts for the meter lamps. 5 volts to the filaments. And center tap. I'm not done yet. Obviously, I got a few more things to do, but we need somewhere to put the filament center tap. For now, it's a pretty big, heavy gauge. Normally, this goes right to the relay, but this is too big to run to the relay, so I'll run it to here and then jump right over to the relay when I'm done. And so that's my solution for wiring. It's coming out pretty good, I think. I still got, this is fan lead over here. I haven't wired it up yet. Another fan lead over here, because I'm going to put some sort of 2-speed voltage drop circuit over here. So I use RG316 for input and output to the tune network. I'm going to use RG142 from the relay out to the output SO239. So it's this fan shroud helps direct air over the filament pins, which is nice. I'm going to change the white nylon ties for black and tie things down a little bit, but you can see the basic theme of how I tried to wire it. I think it came out okay. So I used the color codes here are the color codes of the original Heathkit wiring. So blue, black and red, yellow, green and black, black. So I could at least identify the wires, because Peter Dahl transformer had numbers on the end of all the wires. And of course, at the very end, I cut all those off to make them the right length. So to identify all the wires, I put color coded to the heat shrink so I could verify I had everything wired correctly. Now you may notice this doesn't have the bridge to select if it's 120 volt or 240 volt. Instead I have this step start board. This is wired for 240 volts only, and it cannot be switched. It'll be 240 volts only. I think it's silly to run an amplifier like this on 120 volts. I've had 240 volts in my shacks ever since I was a teenager. So everywhere I've lived, I run 240. So it's 240 volts only. If you don't have 240 volts, this is not the amplifier for you. So little hard box off keying circuit. I'll need to wire that up yet. Need to put the relay in. And but it's getting there. It's probably, from this point, 80% done. I still need to put the metering board in. Let's see here how to get this thing to focus a little better. So let me put the metering board in and a few things, but it's coming along. That's the update. Oh, here, I can show you something kind of neat. See the metering board over here still. Because the transformers don't, none of the wiring, since I wired it for 240 volts only, and the transformers, color codes don't match or anything else, numbering doesn't match. I used the schematics and information from Hammond, who now produces the transformers, and I basically made my own schematic. So I used a schematic somebody had redrawn, and it was a flat PDF that I converted to a TIFF file. Then I used Paint, and I went through and I redrew the schematic. So you see we have our main input, it comes down through the circuit breakers into the step start, and then for here to the power switch, and then the high-low switch. And I put all the numbers of all the cables, and then it, like I said, the heat shrink, black, yellow, black, green, on all the wires, so I could identify them easier in the future. Shouldn't need to do any work to it. Plus this schematic will go with this amplifier if I ever sell it. And then you can see it's a much simpler wiring scheme without the ability to switch it between 120, 240 volts, and then down here to the filament transformer, where it's just jumpered across here for 240 volt operation, and the output filament, and then your bias center tap, your bias supply. I tried to be fairly thorough. I haven't finished the schematic yet. Over here is a soft key circuit, and then incorporated the bias mod, the resistor bias, so if there was a problem with the grid filament short, you won't burn up the filament transformer. Even went through and updated on the schematic here the capacitors, 550 volt, 470 microfarad. Got a few more things. I need to update the values, all these caps on the input tune. So it's still work in progress, but I'm trying to update the schematic as well to reflect this build as best I can. Of course, put all my notes in here of things I've changed, including the fan requires 240 volt AC only, requires 230 volt. Blower motor Dayton 4M071. So that's where I stand. I have probably another 2 days worth of work, and it'll be done, and then it will sit right in that spot there. So, all right, bye.